Bessie, no. Can't lay on top of all the brushes. Don't be rude. Essie's making love to my sponge. She's in my lap now, just in my lap. Wearing black pants, always. Hey guys, and welcome to my living room. I just decided to film out here because Jacob is actually out of town, so I have like the house to myself. I'm just going out to dinner tonight with some of my friends. It's really gross and rainy outside because of the hurricane, so I don't really have a need to like get dressed up really, because we're just going out to eat dinner and then we're coming back, and it's not like a fancy restaurant or anything like that. So I just thought I would get ready and chat a little bit. Everything I'm using is either from the drugstore or it is affordable in one way or another. It's either Makeup Geek, Colourpop, or Morphe. So all of my brushes that I'm using are also affordable. So let's get started. I'm gonna skip foundation and I'm just gonna use the NYX Angel Veil primer all over my face. This doesn't have any coverage to it or anything. It's just there to kind of smooth things out and keep you moisturized. I am gonna use like bronzer and blush and stuff, so I want there to be like a smooth surface for it to go on, otherwise it'll just kind of sink in, I think. So that's that, and then I'm just gonna go right into concealer. I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser and all of its names, and I'm putting that under my eyes. So when I say I'm not using foundation, I'm really just putting concealer everywhere. So I'm going to take this Morphe sponge and blend this in. I have been really enjoying this sponge, and I think it's like $8 on Morphe's website. I like the shape of it and everything. It's kind of easier to work with than the shape of the Beauty Blender. I still like the sponge on the Beauty Blender better. It's a little bit lighter. This one gets really wet and you really have to make sure that you squeeze it out whenever you run it under the water. And another thing that I've noticed about it is that like this is not all makeup. It's like where I've washed it and the color has come out of it. Like it's pink where I've like really washed it. So that's kind of weird. But as far as like the application that it does, I really like it. And then just for fun, I'm gonna take the Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer and put that like around my nose and on any spots. Sometimes I just like to paint whiskers on. My face gets really red like in this area, so I try to just camouflage it. And I'm sorry if like the lighting sucks in here, but this is the first time that I've filmed in here, so it's kind of new. Plus it's like basically dark outside because of the storm and the fact that it's like almost 6 o'clock. But hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing and my camera will stay in focus. It was trying to focus on the lamp earlier and it's not about her. Now I'm going to take the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder, and this is in the shade Translucent because that's what my skin is. And I'm just taking a Real Techniques setting brush and setting under my eyes with that. I'm just going around my nose with it. Then I'm going to take this e.l.f. powder brush. This is like one of my favorite powder brushes, and it took me a while to figure out how to use it since it's flat, but I just like to like dip it in there. I don't swirl it, I just dip the brush in the powder and then just kind of like press it into my skin. It gives like a really high coverage if you do it this way. I like hit my lip whenever I said coverage, and I'm just putting this everywhere too. So for bronzer, you can probably guess, for affordable makeup, the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. I'm using the Real Techniques blush brush, and I'm taking the side of it like this and then just going like this, and that kind of does like a sloppy contour. I forgot to bring another brush for actually applying blush, so I'm going to use the same brush on the tip, and this is the Milani powder blush in the shade Tea Rose, and this is so pretty. I don't know if you can tell, but it looks like a rose. I just don't ever use it because it's so pretty, but I just wanted something natural, and this is like a matte blush. That's a really nice rosy color that will look good on just about everyone. And for highlight, I am using Colourpop's Wisp highlighter, and I'm using the Morphe M427. And I do like this brush for applying Colourpop highlighters. I think I said that in my... Have I said that in a video? I got this brush because it was on Colourpop's Snapchat that they prefer using this brush to apply their highlighters. So I figured I would try it because I've been using my finger to apply them mostly. So I like it. It does a good job. And for my brows, I'm using the Colourpop brow pencil in Blondie. You know. So I read this on a blog, and I can't remember which one right now, but if you do your brows like really close like I normally do, and then look in a mirror further away, they look totally different. And they look bad right now, but I think that it does help to see. I don't know, it's like whenever you look far off you can see where you missed filling a certain spot in. And I'm gonna take the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper. This is in the shade Light to Medium. I thought these were called like blonde or brunette. Whatever. Then to prime my eyes, I'm just going to take a little bit of the Catrice concealer. We're just getting settled here, then we'll move on. So I'm going to take Creme Brulee from Makeup Geek. It is this shade right here. It's just like a soft brown color. This is like my sloppy crease color. I feel like if you've been watching me do my eyeshadow at all, then you know that I have a sloppy crease color, and then I have like a more precise crease color, or maybe two more precise crease colors. But this is the sloppy one. And if you have trouble getting the shadow in your crease like I do sometimes, it's better if you kind of like look, like show everyone your nostrils. That way you can still see what you're doing, but your eye is like in a more closed position, if that makes sense. So now I'm gonna take the Morphe R41 and the shade Cocoa Bear, which is this guy right here. It's a nice warm chocolatey brown color, and I don't like this mirror being so far away, so I'm gonna use my little bitty mirror. And as I said, this is my more precise crease color, just to deepen it up and to deepen the outer corners. And I'm going to take the brush that I used with Creme Brulee and just blend. I'm going to take this eyeshadow from Colourpop. This is the shade Sunset Boulevard. I don't know if you can see that this is one of my most used shades. I'm going to put this all over my lid. I just think this is a really simple all over lid color. It's not super shimmery. That took a lot more effort than I thought it was going to. So I don't think I like using the Catrice concealer as primer because it just didn't go on very smooth at all. Now I'm going to use the Colourpop cream gel liner in the shade Mr. Bing. Then I'm going to take a pencil brush from Morphe. This is the E18, and a little bit of Cocoa Bear. Then just for fun, to add a little bit of color, I was going to put this on like the outer corners, but I just don't feel like putting in the effort. I'm going to take Bitten, which is this burgundy shade right here from Makeup Geek, and I'm just going to focus this like on the very edge. So apparently I ran out of memory on my memory card. But the only thing I did was I highlighted my brow bone with Shimma, which is just a pretty white shimmery shimma. So the only thing left is mascara and lips. So for mascara, I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Feline. I'm okay with it. I'm not super impressed by it, but it's alright. I wouldn't buy it again. And I really like L'Oreal mascaras. I think out of all the drugstore mascaras, they're probably one of my favorites, which is why I was excited about this one. That and like, I mean, it's cat themed, so obviously I was gonna buy it. And we will just skip the rest of this because you guys know it's gonna take me a million years to apply my mascara, but you get the point. Okay. And it looks really good, like once you get it on. It's just something about the way that it applies that I don't really like about it. But anyway, moving on to lips. I'm going to line with the Rimmel Exaggerate full color lip liner. La 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 la. It is a twist up lip liner. It's in the shade Easton Snob. And I really like this shade. It's just a... It's your lips. It's your lips color. I haven't used this in a while, so I kind of forgot how much I like it. It's just like a nice creamy feeling to it. Like you could probably just wear this and move on with your life. But, you know, I have all the makeup, so this is the Rimmel Kate Moss number 08. And it's basically the same color, so works out. So that completes this look. I hope you guys like it. This is just kind of how I would do my makeup to go out and do something pretty simple. I would wear this during the day too. You could always put something darker like in your outer corner in your crease to kind of deepen it up for nighttime if you wanted to, or pair it with a darker, more vampy lip color like a burgundy or something like that. But since we're going to eat, I'm not gonna, you know, battle it out with the liquid lipstick and greasy food. So yeah, I like it. Just pretty simple, and it just kind of worked out that everything was affordable. I wasn't planning that until I was kind of deciding what I wanted to wear. So I hope you guys like this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more videos in the future. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll have everything listed below that I used, as well as where you can find me on other social media platforms. So come say hey, and I hope you guys are having a great day. Bye! Don't lick my sponge.